the ingenuity of Liberians in and out of Liberia by sharing their successes, entrepreneur endeavors, and much more. Today, we're playing the 1847 game show. So we have two games here for you that are very exciting, and we have our guests here that are going to be having a good time trying to not just celebrate the Liberian culture, but also promote a good cause. So each of them today are representing a nonprofit that they're trying to win the cash prize for, and that money will help benefit that nonprofit in Liberia. So thank you for joining us today. Stay tuned, and we'll be right back to get the show started.
Hello, my name is Grace Joma Baba, founder of Destiny Creative Organization and owner at Janice's Snacks. You are watching the 1847 show. The 1847 show celebrates you, me, and all things Liberian. Follow the 1847 show on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube. The 1847 show, all things Liberian.
We at Peace TV help your loved ones and friends to see features of your programs on all social media platforms. Our services are of good qualities and very affordable. We render the following services: still pictures, video promotion, talk show hosting, live wedding coverage, funeral services, and so much more. So what are you waiting for? Book us today and have a memorable experience.
Hey, welcome back. Again, you're watching the 1847 show, and I'm your host, Prince Larmy Jarbo. So, what we did here is we added this segment again because from our last interaction, from the dialogue with our social entrepreneurs, we noticed that people really enjoy and were really engaged with the game. So, we added it as a permanent segment on the show so that way we can continuously try to promote the Liberian culture and give people the opportunity to have fun and then support a good cause. So we're here again with another edition. This time, there won't be any discussion, there won't be any dialogue. We're going to go right into the games. And we have three guests here today that are going to be playing and competing between two different games. So we have the Jeopardy game, which is an American game, and then we have the 1847 game, which is our very own game. So the first game we'll play is the Jeopardy game, where they will compete for different things and try to find answers to different things about Liberia. And the same thing will be for our own game. So I'm going to introduce the guests. Firstly, we have Miss Damonde. Hey, how are you?
I'm doing good. Thank you so much for having me.
Awesome, awesome. And then we have Mr. Emmanuel Chia. If you can, please turn on your camera. And then we also have Sunny. So we're going to start with the introduction. Like I said, Ms. Damodet, please tell us who you are, who you're representing, and what is one thing you like about Liberia, and how is this fund going to benefit the organization you're trying to represent?
Okay. My name is Dalmanda Nehru. So I'm currently living and studying in the US in South Carolina. Today I'm here representing the Project Change International nonprofit, which is an international nonprofit that does work in Liberia and it caters to youth and young people. And so the fund will go toward the upcoming workshop that we're having for high school students to promote the idea of self sustainability. And so, what that means is entrepreneurship and creating jobs within the country and promoting leadership and other training that we're going to be giving to students. And then, one thing I love about Liberia, I would say the easy answer for me is food. I love my fried potato greens and fried plantains. So, yeah.
Awesome, awesome. So you chose to represent the organization. Is there anything Oh, actually, we have our other guest here. One second. Mr. Adolphus, can you hear us? Thank you. I'll bring you back on. But thank you, Ms. Diamond. That we'll go right on to our next person, Mr. Chia. Hey, how are
Thank you so
you? Can
much.
you please introduce? Yeah.
You getting me?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. My name is Emmanuel F. Chie. I am a graduate student at the University of Minnesota doing my graduate program biostats. Um, I like Liberia because of our richness in history. Our country is so diverse, so I love the diversity. I would not say what I hate about Liberia, but I think we can do more as a country and people. Yeah. So in terms of
Nice.
representing a nonprofit, I actually don't have a specific nonprofit in mind at the moment, but I think as we progress with the game, they have a mind.
So that's
So
fine as well. So the show, if you do happen to win, you can delegate the authority to the show to donate that money to a nonprofit in need. And then when we donate it, we will say that this money is on your behalf. So
okay,
that is an option as well. So you don't have to have a nonprofit exactly. Just play to win.
okay,
Awesome.
yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
So
We'll go to our go ahead. Go ahead. Sorry.
yeah. Oh, I was saying thank you for the invite and happy to be here.
Awesome. Thank you. We'll go to our next guest, Mr. Sonny McCarr. Please introduce yourself.
Okay. Thank you so much for having me back on your show. This is not a show to me. I've been on a couple of times and I must appreciate you for the invite. My full name is Sonny Antonio Marcar Jr., and I represent Lift Africa. Lift Africa is a local nonprofit organization that engages young people in series of programs, including capacity building, educational, social, and recreational program. And we've been in existence for the past 5 years. So the funding from this game, if I will have to win, will be decided between two projects. Either our leadership training that comes up next month, or a spoken word project that seeks to create awareness about electoral violence, the danger of electoral violence, encourage young people to register to vote. So that's going to be decided based on my victory for the show. But until then, we will keep it as it is. And one thing I like about Liberia is our uniqueness in terms of handshake. We have a particular handshake that no other country has. You shake hands, you twist and turn, and you give a snap. That's so unique. Also, one thing I cannot say that I don't hate anything about Liberia, but I will be bold that I hate that Liberians are too divided within and so united outside. And that's something that really hurts me.
Yeah, that could be a whole nother show, a whole nother interview for that, huh?
Yeah, sure.
Awesome. Very much understandable. Thank you for the introduction. We'll go to our next guest. His internet is lagging, so he just dropped off the call. But our next guest will be Adolphus C. Freeman, and he's representing GHA, which is the Girls Health Alliance. So when he gets back, we'll give him the opportunity to join. But for those watching, the show has to move on. So now I'm going to introduce our first game here. So yeah, the first game is going to be the Jeopardy game, which is still about Liberia. Jeopardy, if you do not know, is an American game, and it was created in America. So how the game works is the host, myself, I will give you a statement, which is trying to get you to find the answer, and you will find that answer by answering it in a question format. Now, the first person to answer that question again will be the one to go and get the points. Now, if you try to answer the question and you provide the wrong answer, whatever that point value is, it will be deducted for you. So keep that in mind. All responses has to be answered in this format: what is, who is, where is, and etc. Um, and for those that are watching, we already have we've gone over the rules in detail with the participants. So I'm just going to keep it on the screen for 2 more seconds while we try to introduce our next guest here. He's back on, and then we'll go ahead and get started.